Hello and welcome to Thursday Night Therapy, where five friends separated by time and space are brought together by the magic and D&D for some desperately needed therapeutic escapism. Nothing to announce this week, except a small apology from me. It looks like I was using the wrong microphone for the last 2 weeks, so expect improvement in audio quality from this week on. Other than that, all the usual things to do. Press the buttons. Join us on Twitch, join us on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, blah, blah, blah. Let's get on with it.
Okay, hi, Lanny here. In our last episode, we unfortunately lost Torrin. No, I don't mean we misplaced her, but we lost her from this mortal realm. Through her own sheer arrogance, she would not accept help until it was too late. Sandara used her blessings from Besmara, and Torrin was woken like the tales of Sleeping Beauty. Only slightly more, well, Torrin. She recounted a vision of seeing Merkel and turning her back on him to accept the aid of Besmara. She wanted nothing more to do with him and asked me to hurl her special twin-bladed dagger into the ocean before she blasted it to smithereens with an orb of lightning. This time, though, the colour had changed from the dark and creepy black to a sheer, brilliant white. After lots of discussions and back and forth, we set sail for the Ushinawa Isles and made port. Many a sideways glance, but we managed to sell the ship and the plunder. Devvie offloaded the horde of children onto the local church after a lot of persuasion, and I met with a horde of my own. Rat Damon and his friends were in awe at the shape of my new rat Lanny. Everyone set out to take care of personal things or shopping for equipment. Des tried to find a tattooist, but to no avail. I do remember the guy back on Goat's Head is the best in the Shackles, I hear. I do still need to visit him myself for a big tattoo to tell the story of our adventures. I, on the other hand, set out to find a map guy, or cartographer, as I found out it's called. He said, the skin map we came across looks exactly like a cluster of islands to the north of Ushinawa, and seems very interesting to me. For now, a small respite, but then off to sail the Shackles in search of glory. Oh, and Des finished the brew. Des being Des had to drink it immediately, with no one there, so God knows what we have in store when we return.
Thank you very much, Lanny. That's where we'll pick up this week.
Which god in particular knows out of interest? Two of them knocking around.
One of them will.
You have to say God's knows, and then it just...
God's knows.
So, Desmond.
Hi.
You just necked a brew.
Like a dumbass.
That's me.
Scaly, glittery. Sharp. To taste. Somewhat uncomfortable, I think I described the experience last week. As the liquid and possibly the now minute scales within grated upon the inside of your throat. Slightly painful. and as you feel the liquid into your stomach, you get the odd twinge and cramp. It is not pleasant. But for now, that is all that happens.
Oh, come on!
For now.
You're going to come back and find me I've turned into a giant fish, flopping around on the deck.
You'd be more attractive.
The potion definitely has an effect, but it is an effect which will only become apparent under certain circumstances. So I guess I can't really tell you what it does up till now. And I mean, I can't tell you now. I mean, I don't know how we want to handle this, because it's not unlikely that this scenario won't happen. So.
Then let it be. Let it
Could
be.
you be any more vague?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just wondering now if I let you know what it does, because otherwise I don't think you'll ever know.
Is it the next time Des drinks alcohol?
How do you feel about that? What do you guys think?
I mean, unless he would know due to it happening, I guess he wouldn't know.
Yeah, if you're happy with that, I mean that's what I mean. Technically, you won't know unless it's it's triggered, let's say. But if it isn't triggered, then you'll never know. So you have a potion and you don't know what the effects are.
So basically, I've made this potion. As far as I'm concerned, everything's gone well. I've necked it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's made my throat feel a bit weird, and it's made my stomach hurt a bit, and that's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So in that case, I have created the potion of uncomfortable gastroenteritis.
Yeah, mild discomfort.
Yeah. Right then. Potion of mild comfort. Rare item. Unique, some might say. All right then. Well, I'll go and have a sit down and maybe a Pepto-Bismol.
Okay. So, I think we basically decided last week that you're going to spend an undefined number of days here in Gensai. But while you are here, you are able to take care of any other business that you wish to. Does anybody else have anything on their list of things they want to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I also have a few matters, but let's do yours first.
Where's that gone? Oh.
So,
Who would you like first?
well, Torrin, you spoke up first, so we may as well start with you.
Okay. I would like to look for a magic shop.
Okay.
And I would probably go with her because I want to buy healing potions.
Okay. So I'm looking at the wrong document. So as I've said before, I'm keeping this relatively simple. I'm not going to go into too much detail for the locations, but you do find a magic shop which will sell potions and scrolls, which I believe you are looking for, Torrin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And walking in, what do I see? Is there a person, 6 people, whole rows of shelves, or like fucking 2 books on a sort of makeshift shelf and a very crotchety looking man?
Gensai is not a
What
huge...
sort of place do I walk into?
It's not a huge place, Gensai.
Yeah,
I mean, as a location, so it's not a massive. It's not a massive establishment. The owner is male. He is middle-aged, if not slightly leaning towards old age. The shop itself seems to carry a selection of magical things, but it'll be overwhelmingly potions and spells. But there are some books in here, a few interesting looking items, and it just seems to be a lot of like little charms and ornamentations hanging and decorating the whole shop, almost as if it's like just trying to fill up the space so it looks it doesn't look too it doesn't look half empty.
I have a question for Behind the Veil. When we obviously we want to be expedient, so have you basically rolled up a random table of items that this shop will have in stock? Basically,
yes.
Okay. Would it be more expedient just to send us the list of what's in the shop?
No. I mean, if you're looking for something specific, I can just say whether they have it or not.
Okay, I'm not looking for anything specific, but I'd be interested in seeing what there is available, just in case something piques my interest.
In terms of spell scrolls, in terms of potions,
items.
Okay.
Trinkets or clothing.
My conversation is a role-played conversation, ideally.
Okay.
If you wanted to also role-play this as well. Although, if this is something that the
to be honest,
not want to
like I said, I kind of abstained from putting too much detail into this location with too many NPCs, because it's just I just
that's what I thought.
Too much detail here.
No, I don't need to roleplay mine. That's all I will say.
Did you specifically want to roleplay something, Nathan?
It's something that would work roleplayed, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. If you don't want to do it, then it's fine. But if there is a person to roleplay with, I would like to. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, there is this man there. He is of Tian descent. As I said, he's leaning slightly towards old age. His dark hair is tinted with splashes of grey. He's wearing a yellow. To you, it's almost like a cross between a gown and a coat. And he gives you a warm smile as you enter.
Good morning, sir.
He almost beams at you and slowly nods his head in welcome you. Hello.
I'm looking to purchase some spell scrolls, but I'm wondering whether you have some advice.
Yes.
Recently, while we were on the seas, we were attacked by a magic user.
Yes.
And I've never dealt with that before. Is there some way to counter another magic user's spells?
Well, I do know that there are spells which do exactly that. Yes, you can counteract a spell, as it were, to block it, to stop it from happening.
Is that something that you have available in your store?
Oh, you can find scrolls of this spell, yes, but this is not one that I currently have in stock.
Right. Okay. Do you know anybody that does within this area, or would this be something I would have to go to another island for?
I'm afraid we are a rather small town here. My stock is limited. I fear you would have to look in a much larger city to the east.
I see.
Perhaps Quent would be a large enough location. Not too far from here.
Quent. I'm sure I can look. We can look into slowly in that direction sometime. Thank you. I appreciate it. And what spells do you have available? If you have a small selection.
Well, I have a 75% chance of having any common scroll that you're looking for. Other than that, I have this daylight scroll, and this one here, which contains the blight spell. I also have this, which is technically not a spell scroll, but it is a scroll of protection. Not cheap, of course, but can be very useful.
And by common spell, you mean what, Sean?
I think just any level 1... Yeah, any level 1 spell list.
Any level 1 spell?
Technically any cantrips as well, yeah.
Okay. I'm intrigued by the blight scroll.
Yes.
How much would that cost?
This would cost 800 gold pieces.
800 gold. What fucking gold do I have? Do you have any wiggle room on that spell? I would, I'd hate to leave without it, but it is a very steep price.
Oh, steep indeed, but worth every penny.
Oh, I'm sure. I wouldn't doubt your, the quality of your items.
He raises his eyebrows slightly.
Would you maybe drop 50 gold off the price? My friend here may also be looking to buy something, and...
Give me a persuasion check.
90.
He glances to Des. Back to you, and again he gives this kind of...
I'm not there.
Sorry, to Devvie. This warm smile and this very slow nod. Says, okay, I think this can be arranged. I can sell this for 750. At which point he does turn to Devvie. And what is it that you are looking for today, sir?
Oh, I haven't got anything specific in mind. I'm just, I'm looking for, I'm interested in seeing what trinkets you might have. You know, something I could wear about my person that might have some kind of a magical effect.
Anything specific, or just something?
No, I was just interested. I've got some money to spend, and well, I wouldn't mind a couple of bottles of greater healing if you've got them.
I have a couple that I can sell to you, of course.
Oh, take a...
Oh, I've forgotten how much they are.
Yeah, me too. Are they 200?
I think they are.
I know standard's 50, but I don't remember the pricing on the
No, 50's for...
higher ones.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
have you got... actually,
Hang
I've
on.
got...
Potion of healing. Common. Actually, it's actually 300
300, okay, yeah.
each. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, they are 300 each. If you're just looking for something interesting, useful, I have one of these currently in stock, and he holds up. He gestures to a bag.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bag of holding.
Oh, I heard about those. How much is that going for?
These are 500.
Ah.
I also have this interesting item, and he actually shows you it's like a robe it's almost more like a poncho than a robe. But it seems to have all these strange embroidered, almost like patches on it.
Okay. Is that what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
What are they called?
Robe of useful items, robe of many
That's
items.
it. Robe of useful items.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, how much is that going for?
1 second, let me just check my pricing list.
As he looks to his list, Torrin's going to look at it with a look of, that is the most hideous coat I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's fashionable. It is not. I don't know how Dev would.
He's turned his nose up at the aesthetic, but it's the utility he's interested in.
Oh, there it was. 400.
Alright.
Oh man. Oh, I'm saving up a little bit.
I'll tell you what.
I also have this.
Oh yeah.
And he reaches below his table and pulls out a key. A bronze-looking, ornately engraved, rather heavy-looking key.
Is that a key to a safe or something? What's that?
Well, I don't know. That's part of the mystery. But the magic it contains allows it to open some locks. Most it will not. But for some reason, some it will open.
That's cryptic. How much is that?
50 gold. A bargain.
50. Do you know what? That actually intrigues me greatly. I'll take that, and I'll take two.
Just so you know what you're buying.
Yeah.
It has a 5% chance of unlocking a lock. 5% chance.
Okay. 5%.
Just so though you are aware, once it has unlocked the lock you're wishing to open, it will disappear forever.
Oh.
A one-time chance of 5% to unlock something.
If it doesn't unlock it, you can still have it. But once it actually works, it goes. It disappears.
See, I'm looking at my my list of things I have, and it's like, oh yeah, I am proficient in thieves' tools, and I have thieves' tools, and I think I've got a higher percentage chance of opening a lock than that thing does.
Do you know? I'll take the two. I'll take 2 greater healing potions.
Yes.
And that'll do me. Thank you.
Okay, that's 600, please.
Thank you very much. No wiggle room on that, is there?
I believe the wiggle room has been
It's been spent.
occupied by your companion.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Lovely. 600 gold. Here you go then. The old Macca.
And for the lady, the scroll, and he holds it up to you, Torrin.
And 750 is our agreed price. Do you have any spell ink, any high quality ink at all?
Yes, I can also provide this for you.
We round it up to 1,000. I'll take 250 gold of spell ink if you have it.
As you wish. And he does disappear through like these beaded curtains. Returns very quickly and brings you the items you desire.
Wonderful. And thank you, sir. We do appreciate your help. We're not stopping very long, so we appreciate your hospitality and wares.
Again, he says nothing, just this very, very slow nod while beaming.
Wonderful.
Yeah, as I hand over the gold and he hands me the the potions. I have taken my hat off as I entered the shop because I know my manners, and I will slightly bow to him, and in a phrase that I have heard people from this neck of the woods speaking in Riddleport, I will just go arigato gozaimasu and turn around and leave.
I will give a slight nod and follow out as well. And immediately when we're outside the door, did you really buy that fucking key?
Nah.
Oh, I thought,
No, I didn't. Out of character, I did not.
I thought you had. Were you
I
really going
almost
to buy
did.
that key? But what's wrong with you?
I almost did until Sean explained what it was, how small a percentage chance it was, and I was like, I've got fucking thieves' tools. Why would I do that?
Yeah, in character. Did you really almost buy that key? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It looked curious, didn't it?
I can pick locks better than that key.
Yeah, I can too, but yeah, I'm a sucker for a bit of mystery.
A worthless
Not-
trinket
not
that you're
50
gonna
gold.
spend a lot of money on.
Yeah, not 50 gold's worth of being a sucker, yeah, nah.
Ah, God, he really didn't have much, did he?
Well, it's not a big place.
Why the fuck did I
Yeah.
spend 800 gold on this thing? 750.
Well, it's got uses.
Oh, it does, but
Hey,
it's not what I
it's just-
wanted.
It's not, but it's something else you can add to your repertoire.
Yeah, but there's so many
everything's an
things that I
investment.
wanted to add to my repertoire that he just doesn't have.
Well,
I know it's a small place, I'm just frustrated.
we'll go to a bigger port soon, alright? We'll load up on more plunder and...
Yeah, I just wasted so much time with Merkel that now that my mind is clear, there's things I want to do and... Oh,
Plenty of time to do him, Torrin.
you figured out already, I'm not a patient woman.
I know. But we'll do something to keep your mind busy, alright?
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, let's get back to the ship. I don't know when these repairs are going to be done.
Yeah, I need to see if I can try and get this spell into my book and make it work, because if it works, that's great, and if it's not, then I've just wasted 800 gold on nothing. And I'm going to be even more annoyed.
Well, yeah. Well, if I hear blue language, I'll give you my berth.
Oh, if you hear blue language, then I'm going to just be drinking in my hole. I'll be glad to get on our ship, though. Now we don't have to spend time on that fucking rotten massive thing with fucking spikes and everything. I mean, the aesthetic was great and I loved it, but...
Yeah, but the
It's
fleas
too
had
big.
fleas.
And the fleas had fleas. You took the words right out of my mouth.
That place was fucking hopping.
Yeah. Are you looking for anything else?
He
while we're out?
starts scratching behind his ear at the memory of it.
Are you looking for anything else while we're out?
Nah. I've got what I came for.
Alright. And hey, how do you feel about, sending all the kids off to the church? Or the temple or wherever the hell it was?
Honestly, best possible place for him.
Yeah?
They're only kids. they've got so much potential to become something else. Not enslaved to some mad bitch on the high seas who uses them as fucking oar hands.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, on the one hand, I wanted to use them for my own purposes, but on the other hand, apparently I've got a conscience.
Mate,
So-
I know, I had a rough upbringing, but that... Oh, fucking hell. Did you see how young some of them were?
I tried not to look.
Abject cruelty. I ain't having it.
No, it reminded me too much of home.
I mean, I've got cruelty coming out my ear holes, but, kids is, you got to draw a line, haven't you? Kids are off limits.
Yeah, it's a bit
Really?
of a struggle, that one, isn't it?
Really, I just don't want anyone to turn out like me. Suppose I've kind of got a bit of a conscience as well.
Hey, who knew?
I know, but...
Two of the most fucked up people on the seas have banded together and formed consciences.
Yeah, I've done a lot of... there's been a bit of a metamorphosis the last few weeks.
Hey, look at you using fancy words. Your brother
I
also
always use
used to keep
fancy
doing
words,
that.
no one listens.
That's the second bit of that's true. Normally you're in the crow's nest. We don't care what fancy words come out your mouth.
Fair. Right,
Right. Should we get back
let's
to the
get
ship?
back. Yeah.
Yeah. If
And
there's an armor smith or somewhere that sells something on the way back, by the way, DM, I'd just like to drop in and sell the old leather armor that I took off for
Yeah,
the pennies that I'll get for that.
If you're just unloading some leather armor, yeah. Leather armor costs. What does leather armor cost?
Not very much.
Not a huge amount, no.
something like
10 gold?
15. 10.
You get half of what you paid for, so
Alright,
if it's,
I'll add.
if it's
I'll
10,
add
I've
5
got
gold.
I've got the wrong list open. But yeah, let's just say 5 gold.
Cool. Alright. I'll just drop into a thing and sell it off. Surplus to requirements.
When we get back to the
Go on.
ship... sorry, were you going to say something?
I was just going to ask if Lani and Des wanted to do something during this time.
You doing anything, Lanny?
No, I think Lanny would have just... we did it last week where Lanny had gone to see about the map, but I don't think he'd said it to anybody else yet, because I don't think... Was anyone else with him? Can't remember.
I think somebody did go with you, but
I said about going with you, I think, but I don't know whether I actually did.
Well, we're probably here for a couple of days, aren't we? While the
yeah,
ship
it's
gets...
going to be a few
knocked back
days that
together.
you're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we probably all would have
Okay.
wandered around together at some point.
Yeah, I would have done nothing else. I think just waited for the others to come back to the ship and
As I said, I think we're just going to breeze over a few days here. So
Well,
Yeah.
So-
I got a thing.
go on then.
So I'll be on the deck, swearing probably because my brew didn't turn out well, as far as I'm concerned. I'll be cleaning out my apparatus. Anyway, stuff.
Apparatus.
Yeah, sure, that one. Waiting
Actually, I'll
for-
just say, you do, after drinking this, you do a familiar taste. You can't help but notice this familiar taste in your mouth, and it's the taste of your own blood. And if you were to spit on the floor, you would see that your saliva does have a hint of red in it.
All right. Then in that case, I won't be cleaning out my apparatus. I'll be going to see Sandara and making sure I'm not bleeding internally.
It's a fair point.
Do you go speak to her?
Yeah.
Des?
Yeah, all right, love. Right, so, long story short, I drank a drink, my throat hurt, stomach hurt, and now my mouth tastes of blood. What do you think that might be?
Hangover?
What kind of fucking hangovers have you had, love?
Had a couple bad ones.
Well, your mouth tasted of blood?
Yeah. We got one.
Isn't that a good one in Dez's book?
Yeah.
I mean...
That's a good night out, isn't it?
I mean, it's tasting of someone else's blood, maybe, especially if you get in a fight afterwards, but still. Anyway, yeah, I was just wondering if you, I don't know, if you could use your medical wizardry to make sure that I'm not about to, like, drop dead or vomit blood everywhere or something.
Would you like me to examine you?
I mean, as long as you don't ever say it like that again, yeah, sure.
Okay. She does. She lets her make a roll. I'm going to make a roll. Okay. She has a good look over. She looks into your eyes, and then she does look into your mouth. Open up. Says, yes, you do have a little bit of blood in your mouth. Cough.
What's she doing when she says that?
Okay, while she's in your mouth, she does actually... She's like, just hold still a sec. And she does actually take her finger, and she does actually press it against your gums and pulls it out and looks at her finger and actually rubs it a little bit with her thumb and forefinger and then looks very, very closely and intently. And as she does, you see there's like these few little sparkles on her finger, almost like very, very fine glitter.
Okay.
And she says, "What was in this potion of yours?"
Well, you know, I'm always up for trying something weird and all that, so I thought I'd put some slaughterfish scales in it and see what happened.
It looks like she blinks, but then like doesn't open her eyes immediately. It takes a few seconds. Her eyebrows raises, and then she does finally open them. Okay, and this was for flavour, or?
Well, I mean, you've been around me a while. You know that sometimes when I put weird stuff into my brews, they make you do weird things, right? Like Torrin when she turned into the human balloon the other day. You know, so I was wondering what might happen if I put this in there. So far, it's made my stomach hurt and made my mouth a bit coppery.
Well, I can certainly commend your sense of adventure. Yes, I fear this may have done some damage to you. I mean, do you feel hurt?
Yeah, I don't feel well. Otherwise, I would have come and spoke to you. I mean, no offence, of course. You know,
I mean, I could certainly imagine that these finely ground scales are doing something to you. I mean, do you want me to just lay my hands on just to be safe?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah, just to be sure. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm going to go out, I don't want it to be through fucking fish scales.
Not a great way to go. It would be kind of embarrassing considering all that we've been through.
Exactly.
Okay, hold still. And she puts her hands basically like on each side of your head, closes her eyes briefly, lets the energy flow through her, and she does cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on you. I'm not going to roll because you're technically on full hit points. But you do immediately feel better. The uncomfortable feeling in your stomach stops. And any discomfort you had has now passed. Feeling better?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Well, maybe that was for the best.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think I'll probably swerve those next time.
Yeah. Besmar knows what could have happened if we'd left it unattended.
What did you do, Sean? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. This was all your work.
Oh, don't give me that.
I'd like to tell you because I actually think it's quite cool, but you do. Yeah, no, you'll never know.
You could always tell him in a private message.
Or in a wrap up, maybe at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way.
I think it was cool just because the effect was random, but it's such strangely does fit very well to what was. Yeah, it just fits really well. So
I'm gonna guess that it was probably something like water breathing, something like that.
No, you're completely in a way off.
Fire breathing.
Nope. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Breathing.
If you go for poison breathing or acid breathing next, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Ice.
No, it was it was a
heart.
potion
No,
of,
wait.
It's a potion of air breathing.
Well, no, it's been logged in my book as the potion of mild discomfort.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that works.
Yep.
I like it.
So yes, I will return to deck, and I will be cleaning out my gear, ready for the next one, which I will.
Yep, you can basically start that now, as far as I'm concerned.
What to do? Probably not something that's fish related this time. I don't think. How about some giant's toe?
Okay.
I'm assuming is not an actual giant's toe, but more of a fungus, maybe, or a herb,
Sure, let's go with that.
or is it an actual giant's toe?
From the source material, it's the toe of a giant.
It's a giant's toe.
I thought it was waxing or poetic, but no.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I mean,
There
I
could
think
be fungus involved, but
Yeah.
it's not a secret at this point. I did just lift the ingredients list
Skyrim,
directly
yeah.
from Skyrim.
Yeah.
And in Skyrim it is actual toe. And I'm now thinking of this. I think it's in Canada. There's like a bar somewhere in the mountains or something where they have a drink of very hard liquor, which has somebody's toe in it.
yes, I've heard this.
I mean,
It's called the
doesn't
sour toe
surprise
cocktail.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
Is it in the Yukon? I think he
yeah,
lost it
it
due to
is.
frostbite or something.
Well,
And it's now preserved in
the
this-
drink
in this-
they usually you put it in is called Yukon Jack, which is a whiskey.
So, Troy,
Well, all right then. I'll fish around in my box of wonderful stuff and pull out a large toe. Apparently,
actually, yeah, a giant's toe. That's going to be pretty big.
yeah.
It could be like the pinky toe, but
one.
still pretty big. It's like the size of a brick.
I can't fit this in my barrel.
Well, you,
Alright,
don't
you
have
know
to
what?
hold
I'd go for a toe fungus
Yeah.
or
Okay,
a toenail.
I'm gonna put the toe away. I'm gonna keep that for another day. I'm sure.
And what if it's giant's toenail clipping?
Okay, fine.
Well,
even better.
Giant's toenail. There we go. Flipping.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick this out. I'm gonna look at it for a second, thinking like, why do I have some sort of weird boomerang in my thing? Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. I mean, it can't be any worse than the scales, surely. All right. So here we go. Stick it in there. Mix it in with the yeast and the other things. I
What
think
are you going for? What are you
definitely
making?
going to be a beer, I reckon.
A beer. Okay.
A beer, definitely a beer. This is something robust and hardy. Some sort of ale, some sort of dark, thick, syrupy ale.
A toenail.
Yes, a toe nail. The kind of ale that you have to drink the last quarter of it with a fork and a knife.
That's how I like my gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Right then. Brewer supply. Rolling. That'll be a 20. Dirty 20.
That is a success.
Doesn't curdle immediately. That's a bonus.
Yep. Excellent.
Right. Okay, so I'll be doing all this, and just for the sake of narrative, I'll be doing it just as Torrin and my brother return to the ship.
Alright, bruv.
Bruv. Torrin?
Got you a present,
What
mate.
are you? I don't want to know.
Nope, you don't.
I'm just walking into the cabin. I'll see you in a few hours.
Oh.
Right. Nobody disturb her, she's copying spells.
Okay, well, that's what we're calling it, that's fine.
And this is for you.
Alright,
And
what?
hand you 2 greater healing potions.
Oh, brother. Brother of mine.
Well, you always seem to need them. Like you're always up in in it.
Well, we know. You know me. Always up in something.
Yeah, that's so that's 2 greater healing. Sorry, no. You get 3 greater healing potions.
Oh my. Thank you.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
And
I mean, do you want
you
any,
will need
anything
to
for
note
these?
that one of them is from the place.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
But do I know which one it is?
The bottles might be a bit different.
Or am I gonna have to roll a dice to see if I take it when I take a healing potion? Like a D6.
I mean, when you're in the heat of the moment, you're probably just going to grab the first one that you can. So,
Oh no! All right then. So, Sean, next time
Yeah.
I take a great healing potion, I'll roll a D6, and then
Yeah,
a
all
1
right.
or a 2, it will be the one from that shop.
All right.
All right? Seem fair?
Yeah.
That's not
Right.
going to go terribly.
Nope. Right then. Oh, do I owe you anything, bruv?
Oh no. You're my brother.
I know, but you know. Is there anything
No,
interesting? Anything interesting in shops around here?
Well, there was a thing. It wasn't for me. But there was he had this kind of a poncho thing that it was made out of all sorts of different materials. Like it was like patchwork, but
As Devvie says poncho, Lanny kind of just out of earshot goes, oh, poncho, I need a new one of those.
oh, you did say you needed a poncho, Lanny.
Was it quite
God.
big or was it quite small?
I'm not there. I can't say anything.
I mean, it'll probably fit you.
And
It
there was
would be
something
quite
special about it.
well. It'll be quite big on my bruv, but it might be alright on you. I think. Well, yeah. I mean, it was in a magic shop. Bloke said that it was quite a useful item. I didn't go too much into it. I just, it did pique my interest, but it's not. And I kind of gesture to my outfit. I was like, it's not for me.
Well, do you know what? I think I'm going to go back there.
Oh, it was if you go down that little street there, and it's the second right, and there's a little hut of with a man in there. He's the one you want to see.
Oh, cool. Okay. Thank you, Devvie. And I
that's
won't. If you're happy, Sean, I won't role play it unless you really want to. But Lanny would.
Actually, I was going to come with you,
You're going to come with.
and I'd
Okay.
quite like to do a bit of roleplay.
Do it then. Do it. So we head to the magic shop.
Yep. You head to the magic shop.
And while they're leaving, I'm starting my spell.
It has a name, but it's in a language you can't read, so I guess you just enter.
Which is the magic shop.
Yeah, that's
they-
literally what it translates.
as they leave the
Yeah.
deck, I open the lid of Dez's apparatus. I take a sniff. I go, oh, for fuck's sake, and I put the lid back on.
The correct response. Yeah, no, I'll.
Oh, you enter the
accompany-
shop?
Company Lally.
The shopkeeper greets you. He nods to you, Des. You have shaved off your moustache.
No, I see what the problem here is. Yeah, happens all the time. No, that was my brother that you met previously.
Nods very slowly. Do you also wish to make a purchase today?
Well, I'm going to see what you've got. But first of all, my friend here, I think might be interested in a poncho.
Yeah, he said you had something. A poncho. I am in the market for one. And I would like to see what you have, please, sir.
Oh, I'm sure that he is referring to this. And he takes a step to the side of the shop and lifts out with his hand this robe. As I said, it's kind of like robe poncho. I think on a normal person it would probably come down to their knees, but to you it's like gonna barely hit your waist. As a poncho it will suffice, and it does have a hood.
Perfect. And what's special about it?
Well, you see these patches embroidered all over the item. These can be removed, and upon doing so, they will transform into the useful items that are depicted upon them.
Oh, that sounds really good. 2 uses. Double use.
These are obvious, and he points to there's like a dagger patch, there is a mirror patch, there is a rope patch, a sack patch, a lantern patch. But there are a number of other patches. And he says, these are open to interpretation, however. And just so you know, I think I just read the 6th. Oh, there's also a 10-foot pole patch. So you have those 6 items, definitely.
Yeah.
It also has 4d4 additional patches.
Cool.
And each of which have to be rolled for. And I'm not exactly sure. Do you roll before or when you pull them? I guess before, right?
Before, because you'd be able to see what's embroidered on the patch.
Yeah, so...
Oh my god.
That's going to be a whole session.
I mean, we could probably
do
go
off
through
camera.
Roll for patches.
Do you know, to be honest, it wouldn't actually take that long. We could do it in a minute if we just rattled them off. But you would theoretically have anything between 4 and 16 additional patches.
Cool.
Each of which would contain
different
other
use.
things. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, I like the sound of this, and it fits me. Quite nice. How much was this one, sir?
This costs 400 gold.
Well, that seemed fair, I suppose.
Oh, fair is an understatement. I believe such an item is a bargain.
Yeah. I think I shall take this. But Des, was there anything that you wanted?
I mean, it depends what you've got. You got anything interesting here, mate?
I have a few interesting items. Are you looking for something in particular?
I don't know. You got anything used to hit someone with?
Oh, I don't really sell weaponry, sir.
All right. What you got?
I have clothing. I have this bag. I did show this to your brother. He was not interested. It is a bag of holding that he has.
All right. What does that do?
Well, it is a portable container, the inside of which is much larger than the outside.
All right. Sounds useful.
Carry much more than would usually fit into a bag of this size.
All right. I mean, that sounds incredibly useful. How much are you asking for it?
I am asking for 500.
All right. Okay. Interesting. Anything else?
Perhaps jewelry?
Jewelry? What kind of jewelry?
I have a brooch here which can shield you.
Oh? When you say shield, what do you mean exactly? Well,
Hey!
pardon?
Man, I didn't learn about the
will-
damn brooch.
You didn't know.
This will offer protection to certain types of damage. Limited, of course, but costs only 350 gold. And it will mean you are resistant to force damage. It also deems you immune from the magic missile spell.
All right. Okay. Right. So we got a bag, we got a brooch. Anything else beginning with B?
Bed.
Beginning with
Bird.
That was rhetorical, Lanny. Thank you.
Bat. Oh, sorry.
he's now like his eyes are walking around, looking around the shop now. Oh, I do have this other bag, a bag of tricks, I believe it is known as.
I mean, right. So, what's that? What's that do?
I would rather call it the bag of mild annoyance. You are able to produce random animals from the bag.
Holy shit.
What? Just random animals? Just like you reach into the bag and pull out a random animal.
Yes, basically.
What happens to it then? Do you just have an animal, or does it like disappear after a while?
I believe it is friendly towards you. It will stay until the following dawn, or until it is killed.
Like one of them magicians.
Yeah, right.
Fuck me.
How much is that?
Wow, I've been trying to get rid of this. I'd say 350.
I got a bag for 500. Was it a brooch for how much?
That was also 350.
Trick. Well, what? Right, cool. Anything else?
Beginning with B.
No, I was being facetious.
I mean, are you looking for anything in particular, or just?
Nah, I am merely just
Let's put it
going
this
with
way,
the flow,
then.
mate.
How much would you be looking to spend?
I mean, I'm not looking to money. Ain't that works, is it? I'll be like, oh yeah, I've got this amount of money, and you'll be like, aha, well, I've got this bag here of, I don't know, beetles, and it's always the exact amount of money that you've got. No, I'm not playing that game, mate. No, just you tell me what you got, and I'll tell you whether I'm interested.
He eyes you up and down now, trying to
Surprise!
judge what you would be actually interested in. How about no, that's not going to be.
No,
You-
you can't do that. You cannot do that. Tell me, what was it you were going to say?
Well, I do have this dust here, dust of disappearance.
Are you actually trying to tell me dust?
Oh yes, but it is dust with magical properties.
Right. All right. Okay. I will give you the benefit of the doubt because this is your shop, and it would be very irresponsible to do anything horrible to you. But I want to make it clear that if you sell me dust that turns out to just be dust, I will come back
He again, with a very wide smile, nods very slowly towards you. I wouldn't dream of doing anything like this, sir. I can assure you. It is indeed dust, but this dust can cause you to become invisible for a short time.
Right. Is it like a one-time use, or what?
It is a single use, but it can be used for you and any companions that are stood closely by you.
Right. What is that?
200. As I said, you'll become completely invisible for a few minutes. Effects do vary.
What do you mean effects do vary?
I merely mean the length of time at which you will remain unseen.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Though I can guarantee it would be at least a couple of minutes.
Alright. Right. Okay. I'll take the bag of holding.
Yes?
I'll take the brooch.
Really?
Yep.
I did tell you what that did, yeah?
That was resistance against force damage and immune to magic missiles, yeah?
Yep.
Right. And was there anything in particular that you offered to my brother or his compatriot that they both didn't want?
What did I offer to you? Bag of holding.
Bag of holding, the poncho,
The key.
and the key, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. The only thing I showed your brother that you have not seen is this. He produces this key almost from up his sleeve.
Is that
Is that what?
key?
It's a key. Yes.
How much is it?
Oh, it's 50. I think you must have cut out there because I
Alright.
didn't hear the question. It costs 50 gold.
What does it do?
It will open a lock. Which lock I cannot tell you.
That sounds a bit rehearsed, that does. Right, a key, right? That just it opens a lock somewhere.
It could theoretically open a large number of locks. The effects seem to be almost random. Most locks will be unaffected, but a small number of locks succumb to its magic and will open up to it, at which point the key will disappear and be lost forever.
Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. I will take the bag, the brooch, and the key.
The bag, the brooch, and the key. It's a total of 900 gold, sir.
Yep. Give him 50 platinum and 400 gold.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
And I will just take this poncho, please.
Oh, of course, sir. I believe that was
400 gold.
Did I say 400? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. Lovely.
Lovely.
Go on then, Lanny, put it on.
It's on.
Ah, striking. I mean, literally, I feel like I've been struck in the face. But no, it looks fine. It looks fine.
Right, Troy, specify which bag you bought.
The bag of holding.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, do we want to quickly work out what his poncho has now, or should we do it off? I don't think it'll take that long.
I'm happy to do it.
Go for it.
Then
Before
roll
you start,
Yes.
sorry, before you start, what's the brooch actually called?
Brooch of
like
shielding.
Brooch of shielding, yeah.
Does the key have a specific name?
It's just called Mystery Key.
Key is
Mystery
bullshit.
key. Mystery key. Alright, Cool, thank you.
Do you want to do it now, Sean? Did you say?
Yeah, let's do it now quickly. Roll 44.
4d4.
Yes.
Ooh.
7.
Another 7 patches.
Not great. So, what you can quick... you have a notepad open?
Yeah.
Just to quickly write these down?
Yeah, 1 second.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
So, what you definitely have is a dagger,
Yeah.
lantern,
Yeah.
a steel mirror,
Yeah.
10-foot pole,
And 4.
a 50-foot rope,
Yeah.
and a sack.
Just a sack.
Just a sack. And now roll a D100 7 times.
Oh, God.
Just do them one at a time.
Okay. That is a 32.
You have a wooden ladder.
God.
Cool. It's actually really useful.
Surprisingly.
88.
You have 2 mastiffs.
Ooh.
What the
Cool.
fuck?
99.
Wow.
A portable ram.
Oh.
Jesus.
That's 3, 4. 25.
25 is 10 gems worth 100 gold
Total
Okay.
or each?
each.
Wow. Nice.
Made an investment back then.
You just made 700 gold. What the fuck?
That seems ridiculous, but
68.
68, fuck me. 4 potions of healing.
What the fuck?
Nice.
I feel like this is a bit of a gamble.
Oh, it really is, because you could get fucking nothing from this.
10 ladders.
Yeah.
17.
Here? Oh, an
sounds
iron door.
What?
It's an iron door up to 10 feet wide and 10 feet high, and basically you can place it in an opening that you can reach, and it will fit
Just
to the
makes a
opening,
door. Wow.
Yeah.
Last one is 12.
attaching and hinge itself. Oh, fuck off.
Oh no.
A
That's
nuclear
ridiculous.
missile?
That's ridiculous.
Go on.
Do tell.
It says a silver coffer, 1 foot long and 6 inches wide and deep. So like a little silver case.
Yep.
Worth 500 gold pieces.
Excellent.
Nice. He's made his money back and then some.
Man, the fucking gamble paid off.
Yeah. That's a good game. I mean, I was impressed with the ladder. So.
He pleases our Nadz.
Yeah, ladders could be useful. You get stuck down a hole.
Oh.
That iron door is very useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, situationally, of course, but yeah, it's very useful.
Cool.
But these items are all one use, aren't they?
Yes.
These
Yeah, once-
items are all pull it off and then it's there with you
Yeah,
right
you
there.
basically exactly. And then you have the item, but I mean,
You're then carrying a ladder, not a patch.
Do the mastiffs stay until they're killed, or die of old age, or?
You just have 2 dogs now.
that is a good point.
I think it works. You get the Mastiff statue, and I think it works in the same way as them.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the exact specification, but
So you can use the statue to activate them once a day, kind of thing.
Well, just appear. 2 mastiffs just appear. They're just fucking animals that are there with you.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're not going to immediately turn around and bite you, though.
No, I presume
No,
that
they would
are
be.
under your control as if they are summoned by a spell.
Yeah, I would treat it exactly like the bag of tricks. They are friendly to you. And the bag of tricks, it says they disappear on the dawn of the next day.
So it says...
Mastiff's got less than 10 health, though, so...
Yeah.
Becomes a living Mastiff for up to 6 hours. The Mastiff has an intelligence of 8, can speak common, and can see invisible creatures and objects.
Whoa! That's better than a normal Mastiff.
Yeah, no. That's... the normal Mastiff in the Monster Manual doesn't have that.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, that's an Onyx Mastiff. Okay.
Yeah, that's a figurine of wondrous power.
Oh, then.
Yes, they're a little different.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say, a normal dog's got, like, less than 5 intelligence, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's 3.
Although
so it's Mastiff you can use as a mount. Yeah.
If you're small, yeah.
I could write 2.
It does say, though, that the Onyx...
Like
the
fucking roller skates.
Yeah.
The Onyx statue of a dog does specify that it is a Mastiff, so that's pretty cool. But, yeah. Obviously, DM's ruling, so...
Yeah.
2 fucking dogs and then a shit ton of stuff that's worth money.
It's fucking cool.
God
Sound very salty there, Nate.
Oh, not salty at all. This is fucking ridiculous and I love it.
It's amazing.
I knew what this thing was. I chose not to take it.
I nearly bought the bag of tricks as well.
Bag of tricks is ridiculous. There's 3 types of bag of tricks as far as I remember. And they've got different stats within them. I haven't looked at them for a long time, so I don't remember what they are.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do in town?
No.
No.
During the next few days. Torrin, I believe you will have a spell you want to attempt to...
Yes. Because it's a necromancy spell, it will take me half the time and half the gold. So instead of...
We have plenty of time.
Yeah. It'll cost me 200 gold to do. And 4 hours instead of... No, 100 gold in 4 hours instead of 208.
So you have to... What do you buy the ink and paper for then? Or is that what's used up?
The ink is to copy in the spell.
And then you need to...
It's 50 gold worth of ink per spell level and 2 hours worth of work.
Okay, so you're not giving out more money now. That when you say 200, you mean from your supply of...
So I currently have 650 gold's worth of spellbook ink.
Okay.
So I will spend 200 gold's worth of that and 8 hours for a 4th level spell.
Okay.
Because it's a necromancy spell and I'm in the necromancy school, both of those numbers are halved. So it's 4 hours and 100 gold.
Okay. So that'll be a DC 14, I believe?
A DC 14 Arcana check. And if it fails, that's 900 gold that I've wasted. And I have nothing to buff myself. So, let's give this a go. This is be an Arcana check.
Oh.
I don't fucking believe this. It's a 10.
Shit.
I think I failed on probably 6 out of 7 spells I've tried to copy into my book.
I was going to say it's like 90%.
Yep.
I'm going to refrain from making a joke at this point.
I cannot copy spells. This is horrific.
It's slightly inappropriate. I do feel your pain.
Oh,
Man.
I don't think he feels your pain at all.
so much money for no reward. Fuck.
Well, there's only one more thing that Dev would like to do. It's not even a roll, it's just for flavour. Because he does like to expand his horizons and have a wider knowledge of the world, he will be going out into the town every day and sampling the local cuisine and picking up a few phrases, things like that, but nothing too rigorous.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're
Killing one person per night.
You're only here for a couple of days, and the language is quite unusual.
Very
for
different.
you,
Yeah.
somewhat difficult in its pronunciation at times, but you tried to pick up what you can. I mean, most people here will speak common anyway, so
Yeah.
but you do learn a few words, especially those connected to cuisine, as that's something that you're waiting to try. Yes. Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you.
As he's doing that, there are shouts and swearing and flashes of light and bolts of lightning, all just going off in fucking captain's quarters. And there's a very upset wizard.
Man, that sucks.
And I can't fucking learn anything.
Hearing all this, I'm gonna go and tap on the door and shout through the door. Here, Torrin, I want to show you this key that I just bought at the magic shop. And then run away.
I'm going to open the door.
I'm gone. I have a very fast speed. I'm a monk.
I'm only 5 feet from the door. What could I throw at you? What could I throw at you? I'll just... Fuck, no, I wouldn't even come to the door. I'd just shout fuck off. And get back to my fucking work. Scribbling and copying things and rubbing it out and getting new paper and... Fucking frustrating.
Annoying.
It's
Hilarious.
so much gold. Oh,
Do you want 10 gems?
for a
worth
spell I
100
didn't want. Oh,
Do you want 10 gems worth 100 gold each?
oh, I will not say no. You will see Torrin with a bottle of wine just sitting on the steps of the boat, just grumbling to herself.
Some point during your stay, probably relatively early on, whoever is currently on deck will see a man approach the Bloodwake and then stand politely on the dock looking up towards the boat.
Can I help you?
As you look down, you see a man. He is wearing airy and baggy robes, yellow and orange in colour. His head seems initially completely bald, but he seems to have a plaited ponytail at the back of his head. Dark eyebrows, a bit of a stern face. His arms are folded in such a way that you can't even see them.
Oof.
He doesn't smile, but look up to you. Hello. I am looking for Mother.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'll look down from the crow's nest and go, oh, shit. And I get down the
Sorry, we are not open to canvassers. There is no one here by the name at this address. Thank you very much for your time. We do not buy on the doorstep.
Ignoring Des and sort of waving at him to shut up. It's like, are you from the temple?
Not directly. I am from the school here. Or a orphanage, you may call it. I was
will.
welcomed by a large...
I'll step off the steps and get to the gangplank.
Yeah, I'll come down and stand with Torrin.
I was welcomed by a large number of children this morning, one of them offering a bag with 70 gold coins inside, telling me they had been sent here by, and he does raise an eyebrow at this, their mother. And he out and looks to you, Torrin.
Yes. Okay.
Do you want me to take this, Torrin?
No, I've got this. Sir, do you want to come on board for a moment?
If you wish to invite me on board, then I would gratefully accept your invitation.
Please do, and I'll lead him up to the ship's wheel. I'm not taking him in the captain's quarters because that's where my zombies are.
Okay.
I'll lead him up to the ship's wheel. And you're from the local school?
Yes.
Okay. Mother would indeed refer to me,
But I
not
can...
in the traditional
Yes, I can
sense.
only assume that you are not actually their mother.
I believe it to be some kind of honorific in their native tongue, and it seems to have been translated wrongly. We did find the children, the officers and I. We rescued them from a slaver ship.
I see. You mentioned their native tongue. Do you know what this native tongue is? I must say communication has been a little difficult.
I'm afraid not.
Yeah, no, we had the same problem, unfortunately.
There are two of them that seem to understand some level of common, or at least one of them. There's Azzy and Bazu.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have spoken to Azzy. He has been helpful, but much of what he says has also been confusing.
Yeah, that seems to be our conundrum as well. It's a problem that we were dealt but are not equipped to deal with. We hoped that sending them to the temple may afford them a better life than being stranded on an island with nowhere to go.
I also will add that we are very unused to dealing with that kind of situation. It was we played it by ear every day, and in hindsight, it probably would have been at least more respectful for one of us to have accompanied them to you. But we are, I have to say, out of our depth and inept at dealing with this kind of situation. I guess we kind of just assumed that when they presented themselves and told you that they didn't have anywhere to go, that you might just take them on, and that's the last we'd heard of it. But well, you're here now, so
this is partially correct. The orphanage is here for just such a thing. Catering for such numbers is a different matter. However,
might I humbly apologise for the way in which we've handled this. I now thinking back on it, would have been much better if I had come myself and made introductions. at the very least.
He does nod to this and say, yes, but it could have been worse. I know others of your ilk that would have been tempted to simply sell on such slaves. And
Yeah, no, that doesn't
I'm
sit right with
grateful
us.
that you decided against such actions.
Hey, they're kids, you know. They need a chance at something better. They need a chance that people like
Please,
me
I
and my
am-
brother and Torrin never had.
Please, I am a master of the school here. This does not need to be explained to me.
Yeah.
I can also assume that the gold was from you also.
It
Yeah,
was.
that was for them to give to you, so that, you know.
Well, then I must thank you for this as well. As I said, catering for such an influx would normally be difficult, but this gold will go a long way to financing their education.
Do you need any more at all?
I think this will suffice for the moment.
All right.
However, if you do ever feel the need or the inclination to make a donation to our school here, it will always be good put to good use.
Well, I'll tell you what. Because we handled this so poorly, I feel like I owe you something more, and I reach into my pocket and I give him 5 platinum.
This is for me, or for
It's for the school, for the kids. However best you feel you can use it. And for the inconvenience of our mishandling of the situation.
He nods. For the first time now, you actually see a hand appear from underneath his robes, and he will take the platinum from you with a stern nod.
Lanny at this point will just kind of appear and give another 68 gold to him as well. And just give him a nod. Say, for the kids.
You are unusually generous, pirates, I must say.
Who said that we were pirates?
Please. We are used to the visitations of pirates passing through. Please do not take it as an insult.
Not at all.
Forgive me. My name is. I am Crimson Cray. This is my associate, Miss Blackheart.
Oh. How rude of me. I am known here as Master Shu.
Master Shu, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. And I bow as is customary for their region. So as I bow, I lower my eyes as well. I don't make eye contact because I know that that's aggressive.
How are we spelling shoe?
SHU?
Okay.
Okay. Orphanage. Oh wow, I did not type that right at all. Orphanage. Orphanage. There we go.
Oh, I mostly came here hoping to gather some more information about...
Unfortunately, the
Background
information
is
we
for
can
them.
give is frighteningly little.
Yeah.
I
Well,
see that is now the case.
perhaps I can give you a little bit of insight into what we found culturally, and perhaps that might help you to draw some better conclusions. Obviously, you may have noticed they are all male. Their captain, the one that they call Mother, was the only female on their crew. She was a magic user of great power.
Yes,
They
this was
attacked our ship.
Something I was able to draw out of Azul. She said that Mother could control lightning.
Yeah.
Mother could use the winds to fly like the storm. And Mother protected them and saved them. From what I can understand, these children all claim to have been taken by monsters and then rescued by Mother.
Well, I think, to be honest, it sounds like a case of out of the frying pan and into the fire. I mean, they were naught better than slaves, really. They were forced to man the oars of a frankly massive vessel, and you've got little kiddies down there, the age of 3 upwards, it looks like.
Yes, I am sure their life here will be significantly better than that of what it would have been on the ship that you found them.
Yeah.
I, of course, cannot promise you it will be better than their lives would originally have been, but
Anything's
will be
better than being
educated.
held in a bilge.
they will be educated and trained, and when they are old enough, they will be free to leave and, if possible, seek out their homes once again.
Absolutely.
If I may ask a favour,
Yes.
do teach them the true meaning of mother. And
I'm
that
sorry?
the people they have called their mother are not. One was violent and cruel, and the other was merely a passerby that tried to help.
I see. I shall do my best. This will, of course, require some language skills, which are currently lacking. But once I feel they are able to understand, I will communicate this to them.
Thank you.
I will say this in all honesty, of all the places, because our ship is not in a good condition, and of all of the places that we could have limped to, I'm glad it was here. I know that, I know your people to be honourable, and especially the monks of your temple. I know they will teach them honour, respect, and will certainly give them a much better start in life than most of us here ever had, so I thank you.
He nods to you again. So, I believe I've gathered all the information I can.
That's all we have, but I'd like to check in with you periodically and see how they're doing, if that's alright.
Of course. You're welcome to come by and see how they are progressing.
Well, I'll be sure to stop by as often as as the winds allow.
Good. I must say this has been pleasantly pleasant.
Yes, we are growing as people, shall we say.
So he bows to you now once again and gestures as if to say, if that is all.
I will bow and again repeat the only phrase I really know that isn't related to noodles. I'll bow respectfully and go,
Arigatou gozaimasu.
With that, he leaves.
Seems you made the right choice there, Des.
To be
Dev,
honest,
brother.
Torrin. I'll allow it. To be honest, Torrin, this is the best thing that could have happened to those kids. The people here, they grow up with a ingrained sense of self-discipline and honour and respect. I think they'll do very, very well here. Very well. All of the people that my brother and I have ever had to deal with from this region have been, even if they were into the shady business, they've always been honourable.
Distressingly so.
Oh, hello, bruv.
Oh, I've been washing.
Yeah,
Shit.
and if they make a promise, they tend to keep it. It's they take it to heart, and I think those kids. This is the best place we could have ever dropped them off to.
We can definitely agree. There's plenty of worse places to be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I look at my brother. Just think of Riddleport, mate. I mean, what a hole.
Hell's Harbour wasn't much better.
Yeah.
Or Port Peril.
I think we've done good. I think we, you know what? Of all the shitty things we've done, I think this is quite redeeming, personally.
Yeah, right up to the point where we realise that they're actually just going to cook and eat a lot of them. That's fine, carry on.
I ain't gonna do that.
Hey, we did our part. If they want to cook and eat them, that's their problem.
Oh, we take 2 steps back.
Always.
Okay,
Come
at some
on.
point during your stay, Lani, you
Yeah.
will be approached by Kral and Franca.
Ah, okay. Boys?
Captain Skullcrusher, sir.
Yes, boys.
You said a while ago that you were looking for a particular kind of fish that you wanted to catch.
Yes.
As we were sailing in, we noticed that the area just to the south of Via, it looked quite decent for sawfish. And we went out this morning when the tide was out, and we picked up the biggest mussels and clams we could find, because that's like what they like to eat, right? And we got the right equipment with us, so if you want, we could go out and try and catch one.
You boys have done good.
That's not creepy at all.
I didn't say little boys.
We
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh,
we haven't caught. Okay. So, if you want to, you can go out, spend the day. I mean, I wouldn't take the Bloodwake. As he previously explained, they actually like relatively flat sandbanks.
Yeah.
But you could take one of the. I see you do have a rowboat. You could take out a small boat, and
That would please me greatly.
okay. So it'll take a little while to row out there, but you have the whole day. And I'm just going to say, for the whole day, you are being assisted by 2 experienced fishermen. So I will let you roll a survival check with advantage.
Woo! All right. Survival. Got to be a 23.
Why can't my rolls be like that? What the fuck?
Because you didn't have advantage.
Okay.
The other one was
So-
a 4, to be fair.
You do have a pleasant day of fishing. You do catch actually a number of fish. The first few are not what you're looking for. After a few hours, you do catch a sawfish. But you're not particularly happy with the size of it.
Yeah.
The saw itself is probably barely over a meter long. So you decide to keep on going. And again, a few other fish are caught. Not exactly what you're looking for, but later in the afternoon, you are greeted by a hefty tug on your fishing line. And
there's something big on here.
After what feels like about an hour of pulling in this fish, fighting with it, letting it tire, pulling it in, having it pull out again, well, I'm not going to say you don't actually manage to land it because it's too big for the boat that you're currently in. But the saw itself is basically it's almost twice the size of the one that you previously caught. The fish itself is about 6 meters long.
Jesus.
It's too big to pull up to the rowboat, but once it's completely tired out, you are able to hit it to bring it in. Krau says the best thing to do is to wallop it on the head to basically to at least stun it, if not kill it.
Yeah.
And you would be able to drag it back to the blood wake.
Beautiful.
So you now have a sawfish with a blade, which is it's about 180 centimeters long, so it's just shy of 2 meters.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
Lovely.
So Frank and Kral both do offer. They can prepare it, because I assume it's only the saw you're after.
Yes, I would say to them, thank you very much for today, boys. That's the first bit of fishing I've done in a long while, and I had a great day. I mean, that big one we caught, that's an absolute beast. So, the blade of its nose I want kept. It's going to be made special, something very, very special. But the meat, I imagine, be quite good. I mean, the crew might quite enjoy it.
They're not particularly tasty, but
no, I mean, anything else we could use it for?
They can make a lot of fish cakes with it. You know, like fish biscuits.
Then whatever.
I mean, you
think best.
Well, yeah, crew will decide what to do with it, but I'm just saying it's not like no salmon or anything. Ain't no cold.
Well, there's no point wasting it, but I suppose we
No, we won't waste it, sir. We will eat it.
To other uses, and
yeah, well, we'll get this. We'll get the saw detached, and then we'll ask Croup what to do with the rest, I guess.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, any time, sir. Anytime. Lovely. I do have one more matter to address. And I'm going to be very nice and just broach the subject with you all. You currently have, I believe, a catapult which is not constructed, and 4 light ballista that you took from the ship.
Yes.
We had a light ballista and 4 mounted crossbows, as my notes say. Yes.
Was it? I thought you had a catapult and.
If you want to change it to a catapult, you can. But we've all got.
No. That's just what it.
Yeah, it was flat.
It is a ballista.
Yeah, flat pack ballista.
Okay. A ballista is basically a crossbow, isn't it?
It's a very big crossbow.
Very big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have one big one,
it's
and then
an
you have
artillery-sized crossbow.
Yeah, fucking railroad spikes rather than forks.
I think the other ones were basically light ballista.
Yeah.
Small, like smaller ones. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, what do you want to do with these? Because they're currently not set up. Or
Yeah, I think we would have spent some of the spare time in the dock mounting them, I imagine. The lighter ones to either side, and the bigger one.
Can we set up the light ballista without it impacting on our speed?
Yeah, I mean the light ballista was. Should we jump across the ship and then we can discuss this a little better? So the light ballista were already set up, so it'd just be a case of basically moving them and mounting them if you want them on your ship. They are not particularly big. They're basically like a big crossbow.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like a super heavy crossbow, which would be uncomfortable to wield.
Yeah.
But they are mounted, so they're not massive. I think you can... you should be able to set them up without having too much... it won't really impact your speed at all, really. It will just be a case of deciding where you want them.
Like I said, I think two either side.
And then if we can get the big one on, then at the front.
Big one at the prow.
And I think mounted.
Yeah, big one at the prow, and then...
But I would like to put it on like a rotating platform so that it can move left and right for good, at least.
Oh, you can turn them. They aren't. They are not fixed.
Okay, yeah, fine.
They are not.
Static.
They just static.
360-degree rotation on it.
Okay, so that's a little small.
Jesus.
That's a little
about there.
It's terrifying, and I love it.
Let's put it like here, yeah?
Yeah.
So hang on,
cool.
let me just put that to the back, and then if I put that down to the map layer, there we go. That's
Nice.
a big one, and I'm just looking, because I didn't actually plan this, I'm just looking for smaller one now. And do you know where you want to put them?
I'm guessing kind of there and like here, maybe on each side.
Potentially on the outcroppings where I normally put my skeletons, for one, and then something close to the corner of the.
Just move
Close
your
to the
skeleton.
beginning of the prow, I would
I'm
guess.
just going to move your skeletons for the moment.
Yeah.
So you could put one like on this block, mounted on the corner.
Yeah,
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that could.
that's better than what I meant. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Physically mount it to the side of the ship. Or is even better.
And I assume
And the
you
same
want
on the other side.
Oh shit! I just exited Roll20.
Oh shit. That's quite a big oh shit.
Yep. Okay. Where else do you want them?
And then maybe here and here. Don't know what you guys think.
Yep.
There.
Yeah. Perfect,
Yeah,
I think.
thanks.
Wunderbar.
Okay. Good. Okay, I will send you some stats in the week for using these.
That is wonderful and terrifying. I love it.
Then we do know exactly how hard it is to hit things whilst moving in a ship. Now that we play Sea of Thieves. So I'm just going to assume that we're never going to hit anything with those anyway.
I'll get some zombies to man them. We'll see what happens.
Could be interesting. Okay, so is there anything else you want to do here before you leave? Because that's all I had on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I've got no money left.
No, yeah, I don't want to be spending any more money.
He hasn't got any spells I want, so.
No, so Lanny would, at some point, kind of coming towards the end, broach the subject and kind of say, now, you guys know I went to see this guy about the map that we found, that skin map. And, well,
all right.
He went through everything he could find, and he actually said that it resembled almost identical to a small patch of islands north of where we are now, and actually not too far away. Place he said he thinks it's a place called Mancatcher Cove. Like I said, I don't think it's all that far away. I mean, is this something you want to try and look for? This treasure map essentially is what it is. It's if I remember rightly, it's one of the previous pirate kings' sort of like treasure hoard, and whether it's still there, I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely in the business of gold, because being a wizard is expensive. So I'm all for that, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get a fair bit of spare change, we could set us up for many things that we want to do.
I mean,
a pirate king, geez. I mean, you must have a fair bit.
I am definitely up for a little adventure. Absolutely. I mean,
that sounds like a good idea.
I'm very intrigued by Senfi's offer of us researching Raptor Island, but as I remember right, it's north west of here.
Kind of on the way then.
So it's kind of, we could do a loop. Yeah. Let's go and do. Yeah, let's go there first, Danny, where you suggest, and then take it from there.
Yeah, I mean, unless anyone's got any better ideas, I think it might be worth a shot, even if it comes up with nothing. It's all an adventure, isn't it? And we could do that on our way to Raptor Island. Comes of nothing.
At the very least, if there's other people that have tried it and failed, there'll be bodies for me. So I'm happy with that.
True. I mean, just think of the respect and the renown we might get if we're the ones to actually find this gold of a fabled pirate king.
No, I like that. It's a good idea.
You really are much smarter than I give you credit for sometimes, Lanny.
Thank you.
It's a compliment. It's roundabout, but it is a compliment.
It's what we call a backhanded compliment, that.
I'll fucking backhand you anyway.
I'll take any compliment I can get. So, the question is, when do we leave?
How about tomorrow morning? Presuming that the repairs are all done by that point?
Yeah.
There's a little place that I want to take you lot to. It's small and it's very back alley, but the cuisine is absolutely amazing.
Well,
so good.
Will there be wine?
Oh yeah. Well, they call it sake here.
Sure, why not?
Made with rice.
That's nowhere near wine.
Oh, it is. Believe me.
So
all right.
Lead on, good man.
You're all off to get some local cuisine.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Lanny, can I have a dexterity check to see how well you handle chopsticks?
Hashi.
Oh dear God!
Is this a thing that I can see?
It's a check, not a save, Lanny.
Are you going to rage chopstick?
It's not a saving throw. It's just a check. Just a dexterity. Just roll and add your dexterity modifier.
21!
Nice.
Hey.
Amazing. I was just very curious.
You roll a 21 on fucking chopsticks, and I can't copy a fucking spell.
He handles his Hashi like a native.
Surprisingly capable, which is quite odd because he has these massive meaty hands, and they almost look like toothpicks in his fingers, but with like this little dainty cock of the wrist, he's actually quite handy with them. Much to your surprise.
Lanny nudges Des and says, "Look, Des, this is how you do it."
Listen, mate. Listen, right? It's a fucking stick. You're eating sticks. Excuse me. Can I get a fork, please? I'm going to be that guy in the Chinese restaurant. Can I fork? Yeah, fork. No, fork.
Yeah, they don't do forks. You might get a spork. It's a spoon and a fork mixed together.
That's not real.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
No,
really
that's
good.
not a thing, Lanny. That you made that up. Sorry, no.
Just ask him. I'll tell you.
No. I refuse.
I
refuse to believe there is a thing in this world.
See whether I shock him or not.
What? Are you defending the existence of the spork?
No, I'm defending the fact that you shouldn't use one in a fucking restaurant.
Right, listen. When in doubt, and I'll pick up my bowl, just go native and just start pouring it in my throat.
Okay.
Probably less rude than using a fork, to be honest.
I want to try something if he's doing that. Des, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh
What?
no! Oh
No.
no!
Why?
Oh, I'm deadly serious. Make a wisdom saving throw.
He refuses the spell. No, I
I'm afraid.
refuse.
I think you'll find that if I don't consent to the spell, then it's illegal.
Fuck
so-
you. Make a saving throw.
Pressed it. There we go.
There he is.
That'll be a 21.
21.
Oh, damn it.
What did you try and do?
You don't know, because you wouldn't have been looking at me.
Yeah, would I feel anything? Would I feel an intrusion upon my brain?
You think you hear something, and you see Des cock his head strangely, as if he's just seen a.
Fuck bed.
Actually, I had them referred to as something the other day. Oh, a rainbow chicken.
Amazing.
Somebody
Yes!
called it a rainbow chicken. I can't even remember.
That's great.
Brilliant.
Anyway, so you spend the evening arguing about chopsticks and sporks, spilling noodles, and hearing fuckbirds. So that would have been, let's say you spent 3 full days.
Yeah.
So that would have been 12 gold in dock fees.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
repairs were made. I believe you already paid for all that.
12 gold, dock fee. Come out of the ship's kitty.
Yeah, we can do it out the ships.
That's 1,600 minus 4. No, minus 12.
1,600?
We had 600 from somewhere, but I can't remember where it was. So we had 1,600
I've got 2,500 written down
in the kitty.
in the kitty because we added more to the kitty.
Oh, we did, yes. Yep. Okay.
Because I made a point of this.
You did.
our last
I remember, and I didn't. It didn't save, obviously. Okay. 2,500 minus 12.
2488.
Thank you.
So, I assume you were planning to rise at dawn, have an early breakfast, and set sail? If sailing goes well, you should reach it by nightfall.
I
the plan?
am happy to do that, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But Dev would suggest not making landfall until the morning.
Yeah, lads.
That's up to you.
That would be fine, yeah.
Just
We
want to
can,
make it
we
clear
can
how
drop
long
anchor
journey
off
would
the
take.
coast.
Okay. So, as you rise the next morning, bell is rung, breakfast is had, and everyone is making preparations to set sail. Sandara approaches you, Lani. Captain, sir.
Yes, Sandara.
I just wanted to make you aware of the fact that Janny is not on board the ship, and we haven't actually seen her since yesterday.
Good point. Is she the only one that's missing?
Yes, as far as I am aware of.
Well, I know there was a little thing with her and Des and Devvie, apparently.
Phrasing, Captain. Thank you.
Mainly her is what I meant. But maybe she's either done one and she doesn't want to come back on the ship, or she's just found herself in a stupor somewhere.
Do you want to leave with that, or do you want me to try and deal with it, Captain?
Well, I mean, if we can...
I have a spell to deal with
Find her.
it. It's a strong one.
I mean, if we can get a message to her and I just ask her if she's done with us and she's going to carry on, then so be it. We've always said people are free to go if they choose, but
But
not
we need to
knowing.
know that they've gone now.
Exactly, the not knowing and what might have happened to her.
Give me one
If you don't
second,
mind,
then,
Torrin.
Captain, and I'll pull out my focus crystal and just sort of like roll it across my fingers like a coin. And I'm going to cast Sending. Can't believe I'm casting Sending to fucking Janny.
Jenny.
Janny, Lady Blackheart, are you intending to return to the ship and sail with us, or are you staying here? Please respond. If you don't, we will leave without you. And that's what you'll hear.
Okay. You do hear a reply. She just says, "Oh, I'm fine. I've decided to stay here for a while. I've met some other people. I think I might move on to another ship. I hope that's okay." And that's the end of her reply.
So you would see as I'm casting this, I'm rolling the crystal over my knuckles, and when she replies, it'll stop sort of mid-roll, and I will open my eyes and say, "She's found another ship. She wants to stay here for a while and may sail onwards with them. So we are free to leave."
No, innit?
I wish she'd told us.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
Rude.
that would have been polite, wouldn't it?
That's a costly bit of power. Let's
Looking around at that, I mean, this is the only docks at this place, right?
Yeah.
Are there any other ships in?
There are other ships. I mean, it's a port, and there are. You would have the regular trade and fishing and everything that you would have in a regular port. You don't see another pirate ship.
Okay. Fine. If you will allow me, I'm going to spend 10 minutes just going up the gangplanks to each ship and asking after Janny.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to say goodbye, that's all.
Okay.
Would you tell us that you're doing that?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you guys. I'm just gonna go and. It's fair enough, you know. It's not the life for everyone, but I would like to just say goodbye to her. So I'm gonna toddle off and find out where she is.
Really? You couldn't have done that before I used the spell and wasted power on that?
I didn't know she was on another ship until you did the spell, did I? She could have been anywhere. She could have been in trouble. But now that you've narrowed it down, thank you, Torrin. I'm going to go and... I'm just going to go and give her a send-off. Is all.
Okay. You spend
be quick, please.
10 minutes running up and down the docks, asking at all of the ships. But you don't find anybody who knows of Jenny.
She.
Right, it's a bit weird. Alright, fair enough. Maybe she just doesn't want to be found.
And I'll go back to the ship.
She wasn't on any of those, no one's heard of her, so, well, each to their own, suppose.
She hasn't come back and we didn't force her to.
No. And we always said, everyone's free, like Lanny said.
Yeah. If she was in trouble, she didn't sound like she was. So
be it. So be it.
yeah, good luck to her. And let's hope that her ship doesn't attack ours, because it won't end well.
No.
No.
Right, let's go find some Pirate King treasure then.
I like that
Awfully
idea.
fair.
Okay.
All hands!
So without Jenny,
Oh,
you leave port, you leave Genzai behind you, and you approach the open sea. So, as I said, it will take you a full day of sailing to basically sail around Ushinawa Isles. And Mancatcher Cove is a very small set of islands to the north of this larger island collaboration to the north of the Ushinawa Isles. So you will reach them. Actually, I'm going to just put you up there. You will reach them by nightfall, but Nadz, you were talking about not approaching at night, or do you want to stop somewhere around? Actually, if you
Yes. Well, Des would have advised caution because obviously it's a place we don't know. So maybe not making landfall as the sun is going down. Maybe just anchoring offshore and then approaching it in the morning.
Sounds wise.
I think it's a
Okay.
good idea.
so how far away do you?
I can post my undead as watchers, as well as having a human watch as well.
Yeah. So like maybe like a couple of 100 meters offshore.
Couple hundred meters. I mean, like away from the island. I mean, if you look at the map, it's like a a chain of smaller islands with one significantly larger on the west side.
Yes.
And I guess you would have been approaching from the west.
Yeah. So probably I guess there-ish.
Well, the
Stopped on the approach.
The map on the island on the map is literally this tiny little thing at the end of the arrow, not this larger thing.
Yeah.
So you would have come around. Yeah, you would have come around that larger thing. Yeah, it's quite small.
I see.
It is quite small.
Okay. Yeah.
And would literally be hitting it on the west side. So is that the plan? You want to just stay on the west side for a couple hundred meters away from the island itself?
That's what I would have advised, but it's a group decision.
Looking at the tattoo, is there any hint of where this thing is? Because there's this riddle
like
on
an
it
X
as well.
marks the spot kind of thing.
Yeah, there's no X on the map, but there is the writing that accompanies the physical map.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere that stands out? Because it reads, "From Blue Light's embrace, spy the grave lady's prized tooth. With the dawnflower's first kiss, climb the captain's wayward orb to claim old king's hoard."
It's from Blue Blight's embrace, not Light's embrace.
Blue Blight. Okay. Blue Blight's embrace. Brave lady's prized tooth. With the dawnflower's first kiss, climb the captain's wayward orb to claim old king's hoard.
Wow.
And CW was
Cyrus Wolf.
Cyrus Wolf, who was a previous pirate king.
Hurricane King. Yeah.
About I think it's like a good 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Is there anything in that would influence where to lay anchor? Not really.
I mean, we just randomly a couple of 100 meters offshore, and then we'll have a better look at it in the morning.
I suppose, 100 meters offshore somewhere within the cove, I guess, and figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Just see what happens when we get there, kind of thing.
Yeah. So let me know, guys. You're gonna have to walk me through this step by step. If you're anchoring up for the night and you're just going to wait for dawn and then take a closer look.
I think we're going to have a closer look at dawn when the light is best.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As long as everyone agrees. I don't want to speak for everyone, of course.
Oh, good.
I'm okay with it.
Okay, that's fine.
And as we're going to bed, I'm gonna animate Dad, so that I don't have to do it tomorrow morning, thus sacrificing a spell slot.
Okay. Okay. Good. So, you are able to make anchor without issue. The night itself is quiet and uneventful. And at dawn, you are free to raise anchor and approach to take a closer look, if that's what you so wish.
Yep.
Yes, I think so.
It that way.
Yeah, and I'm going to we're going to start trying to unpick this riddle. So, I mean, this from Blue Blight's embrace. don't really know what that would mean, but spy the grave lady's prized tooth. Is there like a more prominent piece of rock that sticks up?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Where are you now? Are you wanting to actually sail around and get closer? I mean, as I said, you're gonna have to kind of walk this through step by step from where you are. You want to look?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a starting point, is it? So from where I am, I'll be up in the crow's nest, and I'll use the spyglass to see if there's any like any prominent looking rocks that could be described as the Grey Lady's teeth, or whatever it is.
So from your side, you can see there are a few like beachy outcrops from your side of the island that you're seeing. It does rise up, though, the island itself to at least 100 feet that you can see, and seems to be covered in thick jungle, basically from end to end. That's basically all you can see from where you are.
Okay.
Looking at the tattoo,
Yes.
are we on the west edge, or have we come into the... Okay.
You're on the west edge, so you'd be like under the beard on the skeleton.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've realised now this might have been better to have an actual map for, but...
That's right.
Torrin's suggestion would be to sail around that north edge and into the cove, into the U collection of islands, and see what we can see there.
So, yeah. Yes, we'd end up in the middle, almost below the eye.
Yeah. If we stay fairly close to shore and just loop around the edge, loop around that north edge, we would come in directly below the eye and see what we can see from there. So it gives us a whole view of the whole collection of islands rather than just one edge of one island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're sailing into the middle almost of this kind of semicircle, yeah?
Yeah.
You also realise now it's kind of hard to judge the scale of these islands, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all right.
I'm just trying to look if there's anything that I can say, like, oh, the ship is about the size of this. You know what I mean? You know Embrace, where it says Embrace, the loop on the top of the B,
Yeah.
that's about the size of what the ship would be in relation to the map.
Okay.
Okay. That's not bad.
So you could fit maybe 3 of our ships in the opening of the little indent on the left, on the biggest island.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you... well, I was going to describe now that if you sail in, you have these smaller, rockier outcrop islands, which are all significantly smaller. Some of them are covered in vegetation, some of them not. And as you do enter, you now see on the east side of this larger island, looking from within now, what you can see is like a... I mean, I think you'd all be close enough to see this quite clearly. What you can see is almost like a perfectly round bowl in like the side of this island.
Okay.
With basically like sheer walls.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, which kind of it wraps around almost to make a full circle, but you can see in. The jungle is growing thickly at the top of these cliffs, and these massive trees are like spreading their branches out and over the cove, and from these a series of interlaced vines have grown, which form this kind of loose net canopy, which is like 100 feet above the water, giving this cove almost like a cave-like quality.
Just look at that and be like, well, that seems poetically like an embrace to me.
Poetic.
I mean, the riddle says, from the blue bite's embrace. I mean, the only thing blue I know is the sea. Is it within the sea? I mean, up to the right of that picture, there's a small little bowl with the sun above it. I mean, that signifies, I imagine, the sea and the sun on the top. So, are we looking at something under the water?
I've got a funny feeling that little picture might pertain to the third line with the dawn flower's first kiss. It looks like a sunrise.
Off the east.
Yeah.
Also, maybe be in that bowl at sunrise, and maybe something happens. Maybe the light hits something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Spy the grave lady's prized tooth with the dawn flower's first kiss. That sounds to me like something cast in a shadow that would point us in the direction. At sunrise.
Within that cove, Sean,
Yes.
is there something in the cove? Or is that a mole on the person's back?
No, I mean, I think if it's signifying anything, the sea that you're in is like the more common turquoise color, and the water from within gives almost like it almost has an indigo hue compared to the water around. It's hard to say what's causing it, and possibly
Like an atoll.
An atoll.
Yeah, you know when you get those islands that have got like deep blue holes.
Well, I was going to say it may be signifying depth. It may have something to do with the shadowing above it, but it does seem to vary in hue when you're looking in.
Okay.
Well, I guess we could sail into there and wait for morning, I guess. Or at least sail into there and have a look and see what we can find.
Well, sadly, we've just missed first light, dawn, as it were.
Yeah. We're not on a time scale. We've got a few days.
I've got all
We
this
can have a
out in the
look and
world.
see if there's anything obvious. I mean, if it's pointing in this way anyway, is it only available at dawn, or is it open all the time, but just you pointed in the right way? At dawn, if you know what I mean.
It's still morning. Maybe we can still see something. Might give us a lead.
Let's give it a look. Let's get in there.
Okay, you're sailing in?
Yeah.
It would appear so.
So, as I said, the cove is more than large enough for you to fit in. You could easily fit this ship 3 or 4 times end to end inside. Do you just wish to just anchor up in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Okay. Well, if you try to anchor, you'll realise your anchor doesn't actually reach anything. But you are pretty much protected by the wind and the waves and the current here, so your boat will stay fairly
Stationary.
fairly central. Yeah. Even though you are unable to make anchor. So, as Nadz questions, this appears to be a very deep. I want to say a deep column within the rock of the island itself.
Okay.
Now that you're closer, the inside walls are very craggy and uneven. This isn't I mean, the overall shape is vertical, but these aren't sheer. These aren't flat. The rock itself is very uneven. There are bits sticking out and bits sticking in, and it even looks like there's like little cubbies and holes all around.
And is there any solid ground on where the water is, or is it just rock face all the way?
Not really. There's a couple little areas where like a bit of sand is collected, like mini beaches where you'd be able to stand, but it drops off so quickly you can only assume that it's just sat on a little outcrops of rock.
Yeah.
It would appear that the main shape of this entire structure is basically a vertical column that goes down. And as I said, there's almost like a roof, almost like you've entered some sort of tent.
Yes.
With all of this foliage creating a canopy above you.
Can I have Zima fly around inside and just sort of scout the walls and see if there's any markings or caves or ravines that are somewhere higher up on the walls that we can't see from where we are?
Sure.
Just sit on the floor of the I'll sit on the deck of the ship and just look through Zima's eyes as she flies around all inside.
Perception check.
What is Zima's perception? Not terrible. It's a 5. Never mind. It's terrible.
Who has the highest passive perception?
Devvie, definitely.
Mine is 18.
Mine's 14.
Mine's 16, I want to
Mine's
say.
14.
Okay. Go on.
Who?
Oh, what?
No, just then continue. Yeah, it's up to you.
You haven't told me what Zima sees yet.
Oh, sorry, you rolled a 5, so I assumed it was relatively clear. She's not really getting anything she said. She doesn't gain any more information from her viewpoint than what you can see below.
All right.
Not with a 5.
Can anybody see in the water?
How clear is
Can
the
have
water?
a look. Do you want me to do a perception and see if we can see down into the water?
Sure. If that's what you're doing.
Well, okay.
Well, that'll be a 28.
Okay.
Natural 20.
With
God
a
damn.
28, I'm going to say, as I said, you're kind of in shadow. The dawn light is kind of like pouring in through this opening in like this as like a tent, as I described it. But as it's already started to rise, and you can see that it's very quickly going to the angle is going to change enough relatively quickly that there's going to be very little sunlight coming through, except that which is going to be refracting through the leaves of the canopy. And so a large section of the cove is already in this kind of green shifting shadow.
Yeah.
And the water itself is very dark, hinting at the depth. But you do think you see a couple of not too small shadows fleeting around the ship.
Okay. We might have company. It might be wise to pull the ship out into the middle of the into the center of the islands for now.
What do you mean, company?
I see a couple of not small shadows. Are they circling the ship, Sean?
You wouldn't have been able to. I'm saying you caught like glimpses, so you haven't been able to watch them long enough to see that to see what exactly their complete courses,
Okay.
but they weren't coming directly to or from the ship. So moving around, let's say.
Okay. Well, I see something moving around down there. And obviously we've got and I look at my brother's chest where that pendant's hanging. So we've got some things and some stuff, and it might just be a little more wise to give ourselves some kind of better avenue of escape. I'm very aware that we're kind of penned in here, and if we need to make a run for it, this is probably not the best place to start from.
Well, before we go anywhere, temptation's got the better of me, and I'm gonna have a quick look. I want to see. It might just be fish. You never know.
What are you gonna do?
With that, Lanny will cautiously kind of slide down the side of the boat, climb his way down, and kind of slink into the water and head under the water, see what he can see.
What are you doing? You
just never listen to me, or do you all just love jumping off this fucking ship?
You do have a kind of like ladder on the side of the boat.
Yes,
is that what you want?
Climb down the ladder, kind of into the water, and head under to sea.
You're going full body in, or did you just want to stick your head under?
Well, kind of halfway down, maybe legs in, and then kind of leaning out, head into the water, looking down.
Okay.
It's a little quiet. I don't like it when it goes quiet.
I've just switched the map so that you can all see what Lani can see.
The fuck?
I know what they are.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh my fucking god.
I knew it.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. And oh look! Someone jumped in the water again!
Jump in. I was
He's not
cautious.
fully in.
Oh. Torrin has a fucking aneurysm and dies. Oh, Christ.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us. As always, press some buttons and send some messages and like and subscribe. You can catch up on YouTube, all our past episodes, and you can join us every week live on Twitch at 8:30ish GMT time. I guess that's all needs to be said, so I guess we'll see each other next week.
See you all soon. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
And remember, don't
be a dick.
I hate it.
It never gets better. I think we've had one good one in, 57 episodes or something?
That was one too many, to be fair.
Goodbye.
Goodbye!